It is cold, it is windy, it is snowy. So what does that mean? Probably means shitty driving, because this is Calgary. So, just heading home, starting the day visiting my dad, who's still not doing overly well, still doesn't talk, anything like that. He hasn't really said more than 2 words to me in the last year. And I tell you, it's been tough. It's probably been more tough for him in the sense that he's had 3 strokes. But, you know, continue to go and visit him as much as I can. Just talk to him, try to make him laugh. Today he was laughing a bit, so that was good. Even though he is not really conversing with anything. I mean, he's listening and all that kind of stuff. Seems happy enough, watching sports on TV and all that kind of good stuff. But I'm gonna make my way back up north and just get on with my day. At least the plows are out. Last vlog, that snowstorm looked terrible, but this snowstorm made that last snowstorm look like a little tiny kitten. So I can hear a bunch of ruckus outside my office. There used to be a golf course back there, but now it's in development. And we just had a crap ton of snow. And it's funny because some guy is out there and it's just a giant smoke show because he's stuck. So there's 2 of them and they're now stuck. There's absolutely nothing to attach a winch to out there. Like, you're in the middle of an empty field. I don't know what they were doing. I don't feel terribly sorry for them because during the summer the construction noise was terrible and all that kind of stuff, and they were kind of disrespectful. So do you think I'm gonna go out there and help them out? Sometimes the office is in a constant state of flux. Today is no exception. I just started taking stuff apart. That's where I do the vast majority of my artwork and my drawings. I have no legs on it now. That was the space that it lived in. So I want a surface that I can make flat or have a slant when I draw. Before, the desk that was there was a drafting desk, so it was always slanted, so I could never do anything else. It's a great space, I enjoy working there. However, I kind of need the space to do some other things. So I've got to find a solution, and I think I know what I'm going to do. So these trestles are going to work perfectly for what I need. As you can see here, we can adjust them so they've got holes on the side. We can angle it, all that kind of good stuff. It's going to be a perfect setup now. I'm really happy with how this is going to work out. All right, things have been super busy. What can I say? Been working more probably this January than I've worked in a long time, which is really, really awesome. So just kind of sitting down things. I just finished Gary V's book, and it was great. And got some stuff in the mail. I've got some stuff for the juice board coming up, so I'll be replacing some stuff for that. And then of course this guy came in from Lootwear. So I got a loot crate a while back. I thought it was by accident. I had picked up Lootwear, so I'm just gonna pop this open. I guess it was, they just decided to send me that as a thanks. So it's basically socks, underwear, and a t-shirt. Really, really cheap. So we got some, first thing we got is some Kill Bill socks. Kill Bill, awesome, awesome show. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And with Thurman was great. We'll pop these off. So they're just essentially almost like the Bruce Lee kind of footwear that she wore, obviously after she's done getting rid of her enemies there. So cool socks, that's cool. On to the next some good old underwear. And this time, pop that open. For those of you who like it, Samurai Jack. I guess they're going with a samurai theme of sorts. So that's kind of cool. Kind of spandexy. Kind of not my thing, but what the hell. And last but not least, we get a shirt. And this is cool. We got Rick and Morty. So that's pretty awesome. I'm just going to hold that up. I'm going to hide my face so you can see the shirt in all its glory. So Rick and Morty. Yeah, so that's all super cool. Just wanted to kind of do a quick, it didn't really deserve a video all by itself, so I just figured I'd throw it in the middle of the vlog here. So I'm going to get back to whatever I got going on, and I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. So working at the desk, I'll be able to do a bunch of different projects. And one thing that I haven't done that has been sitting around for a while is I got this old school sort of system. It looks like an old Nintendo. And the whole point is essentially to put a Raspberry Pi in there. If you watched some of the older videos where Lloyd and I would play retro games, we basically took a Raspberry Pi, used it as an emulator, and you know, we would play the games. But the cool thing is I got this, and it looks almost identical to a little Super Nintendo. So that's really cool. So I'm gonna basically do this up. I'm gonna throw the Raspberry Pi in here. Should be good. There's lots of room in there. Should be able to throw the heat sinks on, which I didn't have on the other one, which I probably should do. So yeah, just a cute little Raspberry Pi console, you know, just like that. It's awesome. And of course I've got the controllers, so we're gonna work on that. All right, so here's the case. The buttons aren't functional, the lights aren't functional. There is a slot in the back for the SD card, which is cool. And then of course you've got your power and your HDMI outputs and your USB port. And then of course in here you'll have some more USB ports. So let's pop the Raspberry Pi out of its old case. Now you can see the Pi itself. We're just going to take it and we're going to place it in there. And we're just going to make sure that everything lines up. So there you go. Everything lines up perfectly. And what I'm going to do in the meantime as well is I'm going to, I think there's enough clearance. So we've got a couple heat sinks that we're going to just attach. If you take a look there to the board. And that's just going to take 3. I'm just going to make sure that we got clearance, which I'm sure we do. We absolutely do. Alright, there we go. Pops open. Access to the ports. Little vents. It's a nice little case. So this is all set. Now to play some retro video games. So this guy is made by Quintero, and you can get 15% off using that code till September 30th. Who knows what year, but you can give it a shot if you think it's cool and want to try one out. Give it a go.